Today I want to talk to you guys about getting better on your own time. Having a trainer is cool, also being able to work with your teammates and friends are cool, but you also have to have the ability to work by yourself. Put in that work when people aren't watching. I call them the unseen hours. So today I'm gonna put you through a workout you can almost do anywhere. All you need is a chair, basketball, and about 3 to 4 feet of space. You already know, man, let's get it. So right now, these are gonna be our crossover to hits. So right now, as we cross the ball over, I wanna get active with my offhand. Offhand is gonna be the hand that's off the ball. So every time I cross the ball over, I wanna cross and be able to make a tap. So for my youth players, it can be one dribble, cross hit, one dribble, cross hit. My more advanced players, right now I'm just going cross hit, making sure my crossover is at least knee to knee. So as I go, I'm crossing over, making contact, but I also want to make sure my contact is aggressive. So I'm not just tapping the chair, I'm aggressively striking and hitting the chair, and I'm starting to speed up that handle to go as quick as I can. Once again, my youth league players, you can add that one dribble and cross, one dribble and cross every time. Right now, I suggest on these 20 touches, one dribble hits, and then 20 touches straight with my crossover hits. Once again, you don't need a lot of space. You're just working on your dribble cross timing and also being able to make contact. Now we're gonna make the same contacts but going between the legs. So feet are gonna be outside of your shoulders. We're gonna bend for my hip and we're going between contact every single time. Making sure you still have an aggressive dribble through, but I wanna make sure we're feeling the contact with that chair, striking it. These are gonna be, once again, just like my crossovers with no dribble, these are my betweens with no dribble. Once you get your 20 in, now I want to be able to add just that extra pound. So my pound through, making sure that ball's going right over your knee. Making contact, playing through contact, and being able to make those strikes, being aggressive. Losing the ball is gonna happen a lot, especially the more aggressive you get with your offhand, you're gonna start to see a little bit more shaky putting with your handle. That's when you know you're starting to improve your handle while working on your offhand. Next is gonna be our behind the backs. So we're gonna go constant behind the backs with no extra dribble. Once again, I want those 20 touches. You're having your hits, making your contact as you're hitting the chair, still being aggressive. Once you get that 20, now adding that extra dribble, that pound still needs to be in front. So it's gonna be pound behind hit, making sure you're pushing that ball forward. And as soon as you go behind the back, that offhand's gotta be quick to protect and make that contact. Try not to have any delays here. Once I go right under that tailbone, making contact, making sure the chair feels it and I feel it when I'm going behind. So our base now is gonna be our crossover hits, our between the leg hits, and then also our behind the back hits. Now our first two, our crossover and our between the legs, we're gonna put together. So we're gonna have a crossover and hit and have my strike, and then I'm gonna go between the legs. And as I go between, make sure we step. So I'm gonna step and be able to have that contact. So I'm going cross hit, between hit, and then we'll have 1 to 2 dribbles to reset and get back to it again. Every time you go between the legs, it's gonna count as 1. We'll get 10 on that right side and 10 on that left side. So we'll go here, cross hit, step, 2, 3. Make sure we're always stepping. Don't forget, there's 2 contacts. I cross, have contact, and I go between and have contact. Once you get that 10, make sure you're working both sides as well every time. Still being aggressive, working on stepping at an angle. I have to imagine there's a defender in front of me, once again guarding me. I can't step forward. One, I'm gonna hit that chair. My knee's gonna hit that chair. Also in a game, if I go between the legs like this, I'll have to adjust that footwork so I'm able to get around that defender. Obviously, I can't go through him. So that next stage is gonna be, once again, that cross to hit and between the legs to hit. Next, we're going now the between the legs, behind the back. So our second and third option. So I wanna go now, I'll go between the legs and step and make contact, then I'll go behind the back and step into space and make contact. Remember, as I go between the legs, there's my contact, and I go behind the back, there's my contact. So 2 levels, hit 1, hit 2, 1 to 2 dribbles to relax, stay aggressive, and make contact. Once you get your 10, same being here. Keeping your feet wide, keeping your dribble aggressive, keeping your offhand aggressive as well. Once again, between contact, behind the back contact, we're stepping into space with a wide base. Now we're gonna combine all three together. My crossover hit, between the legs hit, behind the back hit. Now we can have 2 to 3 dribbles to reset. Make sure you're keeping our base wide and being firm with that contact. So I got cross hit, between hit, behind the back hit, relax a couple, cross hit, between hit, behind the back hit. So I'm here. Every time, making sure every move is felt, and my offhand is always felt as well with it. Every time. Quicker you get, higher probability you lose the ball. The more contact I get, the higher probability you'll lose the ball. Right here, if you want to dribble by yourself, all you need is a little bit of space and have a chair just to hold you accountable. One, to get low, and to have that offhand to be inactive. When you're handling the ball stationary, usually right before you're about to be explosive is when that defender steals the ball. As you guys can see here, as these players are getting into these moves, this is when they're getting the ball. So as soon as they cross the ball, or as soon as they go behind the back, or an in and out, any type of move, they're starting to lose the ball. So we really have to make sure our offhand is active. So this footwork right here is gonna be a step into, so I wanna step into that space, right? There's gonna be my first layer of contact right here. And then now I wanna be able to switch my stance and switch my feet. And there's gonna be another level of contact. So I go here, there's contact here, switch my feet. As I switch my feet, I'm pulling the ball back to my pocket and I'm keeping that hand protected, and that's why I'm gonna make it hit the chair. So I'm going here, contact 1, contact 2, relax. Contact 1, contact 2, and relax. And as I go here, make sure it's back front. I'm almost ready to take off, but right now, we're just working on being stationary. Hit, hit, there we go. Every time I get the ball back in my right hand, it counts as 1. We're staying with it. 10, notice how my feet are wide, playing in that wide base, so I'm able to get shifty, and my offhand is also able to stay active. Pulling the ball back to my pocket, being active. Instead of that defender being aggressive, I'm being aggressive first. So instead of him reaching for the ball, before I even see him reach for the ball, I'm trying to grab something, grab right at his hip, grab his hand, and I'm able to use that to my advantage. Now we're gonna add an in and out with a little bit of contact, similar to the footwork we just worked on, just different, a little bit different with the handle. So I have my in and out, left, right. Notice I'm stepping into space, there's that contact, forcing my shoulder to get low. Now as I go behind the back, here, now I'll drop again and make that contact. Still get 10 left and 10 right, but then also we can work on being able to explode. So am I able to contain this space, and then also players that need to work on exploding that first and second step. Now I can actually get somewhere quickly and on balance. So I wanna go here, contact, I lift a little bit as my body comes up. That offhand's gotta get back low, and I'm pushing past. So I'm not dribbling back down. The next dribble, I'm pushing past, and I can go behind the back. All right? Remember, get your stationary reps in. This is what on the move looks like now. Here, lift, push, and behind. Reset back, have my hit here. There's my lift, contact, and being able to hit every time. Lift up. Notice the pause as well. Getting your reps in. Hit. When we pocket the ball, make sure your wrist stays on the side, not under. Anytime the ball goes under, you know it's a carry. So my pocket dribble, I'm pushing the ball back to my hip. My wrist stays on the side or behind the ball and not under. Great drills to really improve your handle on your own. You only need about 8 to 12 minutes. Rep it out, your crossovers, your between the legs, your behind the backs, and then also towards the end, we can work on exploding. If you like today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can see each and every upload. Coach Marcus Hodges, Separation Team, you already know, man. Let's get it.